What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OG GM. It's 9 o'clock in the morning on this Saturday morning here at Site B, the 7th day of this January 2022. It's about 60 degrees and hazy. And of course, it is the first week of January 2023, and we are dealing with the fallout of the OGL 1.1 leak disaster in the making. And I'm not drinking I'm drinking coffee. But not just any coffee. This is sponsored Kuso coffee. Shout out to my sponsor, Kuso Coffee. Link down below. Amazing product. Thank you for reaching out to me. You have made me a coffee drinker. So yeah, I mean, if me, a soda drinker, switches over to coffee pretty much primarily, you know their stuff's got to be good. So this is Kuso Coffee, my sponsor. Yay. Warm. Link down below, get 25% off. Okay, it is Saturday, which means it's time to take a break from all the tabletop role-playing game nonsense and just make a random mega dungeon. It is Dungeon 23, a project that was started before this OGL nonsense, where supposedly every day for a year, you're supposed to do one room of a dungeon. I thought this was a good idea. A lot of people do, a lot of people don't. We'll see how far it stretches out. So far, it's getting a pretty good response, but it's still early. You know, we'll check in again around March where people are like, oh, God, really, another one? So as you know, on the night that I received 1,000 subs, we did a review / play around with some of the online mega dungeon generators. And we pretty much discovered that almost every one of them default to this one, which is, you know, basically Appendix A, Appendix N, using the tables that were originally presented in AD&D and then just adding random generators to them. Our previous adventure was 5 levels. We did it over 4 weeks. It dealt with a group of bugbears that became hobgoblins, encountering a chaotic group of mutated Ratman or Skaven. But since we can't use Skaven, we're using Ratman. I suppose we could use kobolds, but I stuck with Ratman just because it's different. So now we are beginning this second step for this dungeon. So the motif is, I guess, vermin? Or Underdark. I mean, we want goblins and we want giant rats. So let's start with vermin. And our dungeon size is medium to begin with. Let's go with layout. No. Maybe. Maybe. No. So I have an idea that the Ratman dungeon should be under a giant tree, like one of those huge Northern California sequoias with the drive-through tunnels through them. So I have this image of this giant tree, and there's like a cave, and in order to get into the dungeon, you crawl under the giant tree down this slope filled with wet leaves and just, you know, the mush and stuff into a chamber that's cradled by the roots of the dungeon, and a lot of the dungeon follows the trail of the roots where the goblins are continuing their battle with the Ratman. So obviously want a central room and then other rooms sort of spiraling out from it. So I guess this kind of works. I think I have it. I want it to have like 3 exits. Well, that's got 1, 2 exits. That's got 1, 2, 3 exits. It's sort of close to what I pictured in my mind. This one's pretty close. Let's stick with this one for now. Peripheral egress. I don't, isn't that like, egress means exit, somebody told me. Room layer scattered. Yep. Definitely was scattered. Room size medium. Polymorph rooms. Still don't know what that means. Doors. I don't think there'd be doors on the first level because it's just basically a dugout mine. Corridors. Labyrinth. Remove dead ends. No dead ends. Some dead ends. All dead ends. Yeah, I may have to just draw this, which is just a frightening thought. Because none of these are really close to what I want. Stairs? No. Map style? Classic. Crosshatch. Graph paper. Parchment. Ew, that's hard to see. Marble. Notice how the map changes every time we hit this. Wonder what wooden looks like. Steampunk. Gamma? I don't get it, but okay. Standard. No. Classic. No. Crosshatch. No. Graph paper. Sure. Grids. Square. Hex. Hex. Square. All right. Let's see what it gives us with our vermin. Where is room 1? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 exits. It's close to what I had in mind. All right. What do you give us for vermin? Dire rats. And giant bee. I'm not sure how you get giant bee out of vermin. I don't really want giant bees. So let's try that again. Let's try this one. No, we don't like that one. Let's try this one. No, this one doesn't really let us change anything. Let's try this one. I think this is the one that does one room at a time. I don't really like any of these. This is the one that just gives you maps. All right. Dungeon motif. All right, let's not go vermin. Let's go Underdark. Map style. Graph paper. Grid. Square. Dungeon layout. Round. Peripheral egresses, no. Stairs, no. Room size, medium. Doors, none. Corridors, labyrinth. remove dead ends, all, some, construct. Let's see what this gives us. This gives us dwarfs. Why dwarfs? I want goblins and ratmen. We'll just have to replace it. Is this map too big? It's a little confusing, but it does have sort of the labyrinth. I'm built under a tree kind of look. If this is the base of the tree, and then the cave is right here, and then the first passage into the cave goes into here. And we have 1, 2, 3. So this is close to what I had in mind, but not quite. I may just draw it, which would just be awful. I don't know. Anybody know? Oh my God, it's Spider Monkey Mac. What's up, Max, buddy? Oh, Central Casting Dungeons. I remember that one. Well, good to hear from you, Max. I haven't talked to Max in like a year. Good luck, Max. Have fun in the range. All right. So since it's the sixth day of Dungeon 23, we're going to do 7th day of Dungeon 23. We're going to do the first 7 rooms. So what is our features of our dungeon? We've got, let's see, dungeon walls, mud and masonry. Supported by wood beams. We got dungeon floor, uneven flagstone. Covered with wet leaves. Temperature is cold. No, actually, I think both giant rats and goblins would keep it warm, right? And the illumination. Well, since both races can see in the dark, would they need torches? All right. We've got some wandering monster. What would attract our wandering monsters? I mean, noise, right? This would check whenever party makes noise. We've got 6 of them. The very first thing is Shrieker, which is a giant mushroom that stands in one place and makes a loud noise when somebody gets close to it to alert other monsters to come eat it, and then it feeds off the fertilizer provided by the dead bodies. So I'm not sure giant mushrooms can wander about. So, yeah, I mean, I suppose they could. Shoo me. Let's just change that, shall we? To one lone goblin dragging loot back to its lair. Number 2 is the same thing. One shrieker trying to lure party into an ambush. Again, how does a non-mobile, unintelligent mushroom lure people to an ambush? Does it like pour salad dressing on itself and go, hey, look, ranch dressing. Come on, you know. Let's change that to 1d4 goblins. Now, can I still use goblins, or is goblins going to be a word I can't use because of OGL 1.1? I'm 90% sure we can still use goblins because they existed before the OGL was written, and we could just change the stats. Number 3 is a troglodyte. Outing. Troglodytes, if you're not familiar with, are sort of a lizardy type swampy monster that has a horrible stench about them. They're really more of an outside monster, and they don't really fit our giant rat goblin theme, so I'll just change that to one giant rat looking for food. Number 4 is a first level dwarf warrior. We're going to change that to one first level rat man warrior exploring. Remember, the goblins and the rat man are not friends. They're fighting each other. Number 5 is more. 1d4 rat men looking for a fight. And number 6 is a dark mantle. I don't remember what that is. Isn't it like the thing that sort of looks like a flying hood made out of flesh? Yeah, now we're just going to put giant rat. One giant rat. Much easier. And then let's save this. Under Dungeon 23, Day 1. We got level 1, room 1. Level 1, room 1, we wouldn't have 3 exits. Exit to the right, exit to the left, and exit sloping down. There we go. Is there anything in the room? According to this, no, but we can look. Oh, we've got traps. Oh, we don't have any traps. We can look at our list of random thingies, and instead of random traps, this one gave us just random thingies lying on the floor. So like here it says A, and I guess it's supposed to be a random thingy lying on the floor. We're probably going to go into paint and remove those. And just move these into the rooms. So what are we going to put in room 1? I originally thought there was going to be goblins in here, so we're going to have some goblins. 5 goblins hiding in the roots, waiting to ambush anyone. Now, how do we stat these guys? Here's the big problem, of course, going forward with OGL 1.1 is how do we stat monsters going forward without violating the OGL? What can and we cannot use? So let's assume we can, we can replace armor class with dodge, and we can replace hit die with challenge rating. We can use DC difficulty or DR, difficulty roll, or difficulty class, because that existed before the OGL, and several games use CR and DC, so we're safe there. And as for damage, well, can't copyright D8 or D6. Or even D20, since the D20 has been found to exist before D&D. In fact, they've dated the D20 back to ancient Egypt. So, yeah. Don't think they can go after our dice. Technically, they can't go after armor class and hit points, because armor class and hit points existed before the OGL, but let's just be safe for now. We are going to say that goblins are a challenge rating 1 monster, which means they get 1d8 hit points. 1d8. And their dodge is 8, because we can't use armor class. They get 1 attack. They have no bonus to hit. And they're just going to use, whatever's short swords probably. We're not going to list the damage. I'm just going to let you pick up, whoever's writing this, and come up with the damage. Level 1, room 2. All right, level 1, room 2 has nothing in it. It has an exit to the west and an exit to the east. Is that true? Let's look at the map. Where is room 2? I hate how this thing just randomly places the rooms. That is my main complaint with all of these. Why would the second room be all the way over here? Room 2 would be the next room they built. So if this is the first room they built, room 2 should be this one or this one. But it's not. It's all the way over here. Why? I don't know. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. But okay. We can always go into post and move the room numbers around after we finish this. Room 2 has a set of demonic war masks hangs on the wall. A set of decapitated giant rat heads. 4 decapitated. Heads are mounted on the wall like trophies. That's just gross. Level 1, room 3. Gives us a whole bunch of exits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 exits. So there's 1 exit to the north, 1 exit to the west, 2 exits to the east, and 1 exit to the south. East. 1 exit to the south. Period. Is there anything in this room? A tile labyrinth covers the floor. Level 1, room 4. This one has 2 exits to the east, 1 to the west, and 1 to the south. And it has a magical statue. We've already done magical statue. So let's put, this one says a well. So a hole in the center of the room descends to level 2. We'll figure out what room in level 2 later. Probably the same level. Level 2, room 4, right? We can just use the exact same map for every level and be lazy. And then here is a first level warrior Duergar. Now here's where we're getting back to the wasted space, okay? Why do I need to know all this about one monster that I'm going to kill in 2 rounds, right? I don't need to know this. And plus, there's no Duergars here. They are Ratman. One lone Ratman warrior guards this CR is 78. Is dodge, i.e. armor class, is 17. Nice. He gets 1 attack around. What is the arm with? A warhammer. I leave it to you to decide what kind of damage it does. I'm not going to put the damage. Does he have any treasure? He's got a chain shirt and 100 gold pieces. Can we use gold pieces still under the new OGL? I'm not sure. I mean, pieces of 8 existed before OGL. Gold coins existed way before the OGL. So I think we can be okay with that. We're just going to replace the word gold pieces with gold coins. 100 gold coins. There. Haha. Suck it, Wizards of the Coast. Room 5. Let's see if anybody's joined us besides Max. I am impressed by the sheer volume of misspellings. Thank you. They will be fixed in post before I publish. I could misspell it. I couldn't spell that. But I'm not going to. All right, where are we? Level 1, room 5. This one has 3 entry exits. 1 to the north, 1 to the west, 1 to the south. And is there anything in here? No. So we can borrow one of these from up here and put it in here. A toppled statue. Statue of Spider Monkey Max. Of a goblins and Ratman would probably never seen a monkey. So a bear. Level 1, room 6. 2 exits, and there's a mural in the ceiling. And there's also, or there could be a crude bed and weapon racks. So we can make this a room where some of the goblins hang out. 4 goblin-sized bunk beds. And finally, level 1, room 7. Not a lot of monsters in this dungeon, but it's still the first level. We got north entry, and west entry. 2 exits to the north. 1 exit to the west. And what is in room number 6? A mural of legendary monsters. Room number 7. A stone dais sits in the southwest corner of the room. Someone has scrawled a diagram on it. Ooh, that sounds mysterious. A stone dais sits, where is it? In the southwest corner of the room. Maybe this opens a secret door? Let's see room 7 on the map. Are there any secret doors? Well, we didn't put room. We didn't put doors here, so I can't say it opens a secret door. But it could open a secret door in the floor. What is this? Do you have a group you'll take through this dungeon? Someday, maybe. I don't know. I plan to publish it on the Dungeon 23 website, and then maybe make it available for purchase on Big Geek Emporium. But I don't know if I'll run it for my group or not, because I don't know. My current group is in a desert right now, but I could save it for when they get back to someplace significantly foresty. Assuming I still have a group after all this nonsense. All right, so what does our dais do? Yes, I'll check the spelling after we're done. Ciphering the diagram is a difficulty. If we go DR would be damage roll, and DC would be difficulty class. Now, normally we use difficulty class, but DR also sounds like a damage resistance. So difficulty roll or difficulty class. Which one do you like better? I'm going to use DC for now because that's what we've always been using. DC 11. Intelligence check. It shows how to open a secret door in. Where do we want to put our secret door, since there's no doors on the map? 13? Sure, room 13. Hopefully we remember that there's a secret door in room 13. I'll just put this down here before. Level 1, room 13. 13, please. Secret door. See room 7. Okay. So it's the 7th day of Dungeon 23. We have done the first 7 rooms of the first level of our dungeon, and it is ready to go once I spell check it. I hope you appreciate this. It's Tom. Hey, Tom. What's up, buddy? Yes, I'm crusty. I'm crusty. So I hope you appreciate this experiment. Thank you all for being part of this. When it is completed, it will be available in some form. And now that brings today's chapter of Lazy Saturday random dungeon generating to an end. We don't really have any tabletop role-playing game news to talk about that doesn't deal with the new OGL disaster, so I'm going to be avoiding that for now until Monday, and probably just play some Minecraft for the rest of the day. I might even go back to streaming Minecraft because you can't come after me for playing Minecraft yet. Till then, I'm the OGGM. The best way to show you appreciate this content is to do a super chat for me, or check out my Patreon, or buy me a coffee through the Ko-Fi. And of course, the best way is to check out my merch. I have 10 OGL adventures available on Big Geek Emporium right now. All of them marked down to 35 cents till the 13th day of this month, where I will remove them, because the 13th day is when the OGL 1.1 is supposed to go live. So it is your last chance to get the first 10 adventures that I built and published on Big Geek Emporium, link down below, all for 35 cents. Support me, support the OGL, support Big Geek Emporium, and we will be back later on with our normally scheduled nonsense on Monday. Till then, I'm the OGGM. Have a great day, and get off my land, Wizards of the Coast!